When a magnesium ribbon is burnt in the presence of oxygen, it gets converted into magnesium oxide. Now this way of describing a chemical reaction is quite long. So how do you make it into a short form? Simple, by writing it in the form of a word equation. So this reaction in a word equation would be magnesium plus oxygen gives rise to magnesium oxide. As magnesium and oxygen undergo a chemical change, they are called as the reactants. The new substance, magnesium oxide, that is formed is called as the product. As we've seen earlier, in a word equation, the reactants are written on the left side with a plus sign in between them. The product is written on the right hand side with a plus sign if needed. And the arrow in between represents the chemical change. And now a chemical equation is much more smaller equation than the word equation. A chemical reaction is the symbolic representation of the reaction using formulae and symbols. Using symbols and formulae makes the equation not just concise but also makes it a lot useful. The word equation that we looked at earlier, if written in a chemical form, would be Mg plus O2 gives rise to MgO. Now, count the number of atoms of each element on the reactant and the product sides. If the number of atoms of each elements are equal on both the sides, then the equation is a balanced chemical equation. But if the number of atoms of each element on both the sides are not equal, then it is called as a skeletal chemical equation. For example, our equation of magnesium plus oxygen gives rise to magnesium oxide, where the formulae are written but not the number of atoms. So the balanced chemical equation would be 2Mg plus O2 gives rise to 2MgO. So what have we learned today? We have learned about chemical equations. Until next time, happy learning!